Good evening, everyone. It's your main man, Jay Turner, founder and CEO of American Hustle Investments. And tonight on Talking Money, we're going to talk about what's your DUNS number, or do you even have one? With respects to your DUNS number, what I'm talking about is Dun and Bradstreet's. Dun and Bradstreet is like any creditor with respects to your business credit, okay? And you want to establish yourself. If you have a business, if you're incorporated, need to be LLC, S corp, or any incorporation status, and with referencing your EIN number, you have an opportunity to actually get what's called a DUNS number, which is your business credit profile number, which puts you in a position to actually be recognized as a true business, need to be big business or small business. This is actually what big business does to actually establish themselves regarding getting business credit. So if you've never felt that you've had an opportunity to attach yourself and you are incorporated regarding a business that you have now or formerly, if you've never heard of a Duns and Bradstreet number or a Duns number, you're missing out on a very pivotal opportunity to put yourself in a position to getting business credit and even leveraging your business for income. Now, what I come to understand is that myself, I actually invest in real estate. So it's truly important for me to actually leverage my business and applying for business credit. Need to be with direct vendors, need to be with banks, and putting myself in position with actually private investors to actually take a look at my business profile. But there's some things that you must consider with respects to actually getting your DUNS number. One is that we've already discussed is you need to be incorporated. Two, you need to have an EIN number. Three, you have two ways to go about with to establish yourself regarding business credit. And that is one, need to be with a personal guarantee or grantor with your personal credit, attaching yourself to your business credit to actually establish yourself in the door immediately with getting funding for opportunities for your real estate deals as myself or anything dealing in your business. The second thing is actually setting up your business credit without a personal guarantor or guarantee. And it takes a little bit longer because you need to establish yourself as with your business credit or your Duns and Brady crediting reporting based on select vendors that you need to use to actually set up your payback score. Your payback score is no different than if you have personal credit like your FICO score. A payback score is what business credit uses, or the Duns and Bradstreet uses to identify you based on your credit rating. And you want to have a very great payback score, anywhere between 80, and the best payback score you can have for business credit is a 100. So you don't want to go below 75, because if you go below 75 on a payback score, that's going to pretty much say that you have bad credit or you don't pay back your creditors on time. And although you may be able to actually get some type of credit with a payback score of 75 or below, your interest rates are going to actually be higher. And again, let me just reintroduce myself. My name is Jay Turner, founder and CEO of American Hustle Investments. I'm coming to you live here on Google Hangouts and also on Facebook Live. So if you're joining us on Facebook Live, if you had an opportunity to not as of yet go to YouTube, please go out and subscribe to my channel under American Hustle Investments if you have not done so, because we put out nightly content weekly with respects to any business formats or based on financial empowerment. That's pretty much my mission in life currently right now, due to respects of getting people the information that is actually needed to actually put themselves in a position to understanding financial wealth and empowerment in America. If you're on Facebook Live, give me some thumbs up just to let me know you're there. Introduce yourself so we're talking. I see Lakeisha, you're on Facebook. Thank you for coming out tonight on Facebook Live. Mr. Shane is right, bro. How you doing, man? Long time no hear or see, I should say as well, with respects. to you doing your thing, man. And I see you in the real estate game. Know you've been doing that for quite some time, man. And you definitely on the right track with that, man. How Texas, man, love to get down there, work and do some things with you, man, on some deals, man. Let's connect, let's talk, man. I'll get my number to you. Matter of fact, you can call me. My phone number is 414-914-7066. Give me a call, bro. Let's talk. Getting back into it regarding with your DUNS number. Well, again, with respects to your DUNS number is a number that is actually applied for on with Duns and Brady Street. Your DUNS number is actually a 9-digit number, acts just like a social security number. And when you're applying for credit, you use your DUNS number over your personal social security number. Now, when you're applying for credit, with creditors needing to be a bank, you never, ever, ever want to furnish your social security number. They'll ask for it. You don't have to give it to them. When you have a DUNS number, your DUNS number supports you as running your credit background or profile regarding credit. Now, understanding that you can leverage your business need to be, if it is incorporated, to a position of actually setting up a DUNS number. And don't let anyone out there tell you, that you have to pay them these astronomical fees to actually get yourself started with a DUNS number, things of that nature, because you can actually file your DUNS number for free. Period. It is a free process to do that. Although there's individuals out there that say, we'll set up your DUNS number, we'll get you the vendor credit and things of that nature and charge you a fee for that. And they're charging thousands of dollars to do that. You can do this yourself. Okay, I just want you to be a firm believer that you can actually set up your DUNS number, get to your selected vendors that give you guaranteed net rating approvals for business credit. And understand, there is a process if you are not using your personal credit rating based on guarantee. If you're not going to do a non-guarantee of credit and just build your DUNS with your business credit and your DUNS number, there is a process you must follow. And if you get it wrong, you'll get denied every time. Come and understand that you must go to vendors first. Okay. Then when you go to vendors, you can actually now go to credit. Need to be with Amazon. My personal favorite is Dale, and Dale will actually immediately give you a line of credit of $10,000 on a DUNS number. So if you need laptops, desktops for your business, things of that nature, they actually start you off with a $10,000 credit limit, and that's truly phenomenal on your business credit report. And the third thing is, lastly, that's when you start applying for the cash that you're needing for your business. Need to be with your business credit cards, need to be American Express, Visa, Capital One, things of that nature. And that's the process. And if you get the process wrong, believe me, you're going to be scratching your head, pulling your hair out, trying to figure out how to establish yourself appropriately. And if you want to learn how to establish yourself appropriately, we do have programs in place with my company, American Hustle Investments, where you can come on board regarding real estate. If you're interested in wanting to learn real estate, we have a great mentorship program, and believe it or not, it's only $200 to join one time with our real estate program, and we will put you in a position of getting deals closed for you in a matter of 30 to 60 days. Point blank, period. Okay, and these are the things that we help you out with. You'll get me as a resource, you'll get me as a mentor, and putting you in a position where now you can understand about your DUNS, about setting up your business, about getting incorporated, need to be through an LLC, S Corp. You'll get me as a resource regarding a host of array of other things that we do based on me coming to you regarding financial empowerment. So that's everything with respects to what's a DUNS number, and if you have one. If you don't have a DUNS number and you do have an EIN number, you do have articles of incorporation for your business, and you haven't even established yourself as a business, you are shooting yourself in the foot. Period. You're killing yourself because understand this, especially for small businesses and minority businesses. We complain so much that when we go into the banks won't give us the loans that we need to get our businesses up and running. Well, what we have to understand is we have to rethink things and creatively come up with strategies to not go to the bank. Okay, because the bank is not in the lending business. If your personal credit is not in order, and understand this, in order to even get a personal guaranteed line of credit with your business, your credit score needs to be at least a 720 or better. And if your credit is not a 720 or better, we have the credit programs to get you there, point blank, period. And we get you there very, very, very quickly. Usually you'll start seeing credit increases based on our program in as little as 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. And our credit program is phenomenal. You have no idea. We don't charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars to help you or to assist you with your credit. Okay, it's only $99 to join with the credit, $99 for 4 months. And then if you want to keep the monitoring system and things of that nature, it's only $30 a month thereafter. But I'm going to tell you this. Usually after the 4th month, you want to give yourself at least 120 days. Usually after the 4th month, you should be locked in, good to go with a 720 or better. Okay, that's not a personal guarantee, but I can tell you this, that business credit and your credit in America, if you think credit is not king, you're sadly mistaken, my friend, because it is. The new 401k plan is becoming a business owner. It is pivotal to understand about having a business. Why? Because if you're working and you have a W-4 statement, 80% of Americans that are in the working class, just working, okay, just working, that's 101 million Americans that are working, have their W-4 statement filled out incompletely or incorrectly, and they're paying too much money every pay period to Uncle Sam. Hence why, if you're understanding when you're getting these refund checks and you're getting these high amounts, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, well, that's because you've paid too much taxes throughout the duration of the year to Uncle Sam. And you're thinking that, oh my God, I got money coming back. Oh, and it was your money anyway. And the thing is, it's a perpetual cycle, and it goes over and over and over and over again. So at the end of the year, you're just trying to catch up for last year. Okay, and get what I understand. You're trying to catch up for last year. Okay, because you've been spending money throughout the duration of the whole year, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and an extra in America. Even in the foreclosure stats regarding foreclosed home and properties, it was stated that if individuals could have brought home an additional $200 to $300 from their paycheck, they could have saved their house from going into foreclosure. Now, can you imagine just an additional $200 to $300? And that's not a lot of money, but it is to save your house if you were in foreclosure. And if you actually had an additional $200 to $300 extra in your paycheck, you could have been one of those individuals that could have saved your home. But I'm here to tell you this. We can show you exactly how to bring in an additional $200 to $500 a month on your current paycheck based on your current income right now as it stands, absolutely for free. We'll actually show you what's called income shifting. And the very first thing that we look at is your taxes in your W-4 statement. There's only 3 core strategies that the company that I've actually partnered with, need to be myEcon Nove, that actually teaches on these principles of income shifting. And I've just hit on one, taxes. The second is building a home-based business, which we've already talked about, because understand this, when you work for an employee and work only as an employee, you're taxed the highest. You're taxed anywhere from 28 to 33% out the gate. So just look at it this way. If you had a salary job at $50,000, Uncle Sam is taking 1/3 of that off the top. Need to be, he's going to take $18,000, only going to leave you with $32,000. Okay. but you want to live that $50,000 lifestyle. So what you have to understand is that you are dealing with two objectives in life. Need to be me or you. One, your current lifestyle and situation, building on your future lifestyle and situation. But unfortunately, there are four obstacles that are in the way of that. And the very first one is inflation. Now, inflation, no difference than understanding that one day gas is $3 a gallon, and then the next day it's $5 a gallon. The price of gas goes up, but your salary or your income doesn't go up to meet with inflation, and it never will. Because if you're in the rat race of always trying to catch up with inflation, you will never catch up. Why? Because you don't have the key core strategies that are needed to catch up with inflation. But we here at American Hustle Investments and myEcon Nove teach you those strategies where you can actually surpass inflation. And how do you surpass inflation? Well, it's the second thing that we talked about tonight regarding owning a home-based business, period. Now you take your current lifestyle and you get to write it off. You get to write off your current lifestyle, okay? Putting you in a position where with your current lifestyle, anything that you've been spending money on lately is now an expense. So need to be your internet, your cell phone bill, your mortgage, even rent, even when you're driving your vehicle is a tax write-off. And we teach you those strategies. Okay, and those strategies are very important when it comes to Uncle Sam, because Uncle Sam is in the show me business. I don't know if anybody's from Missouri or the show me state. Uncle Sam is just in the show me. Show me that you have these expenses. And we have the necessary programs and platforms and systems in place to actually show you just that. So one, what we want to do is make sure we put you in a position first to become financially healthy. So ultimately you can become financially wealthy. Ultimately, now you can get into some type of home-based business platform besides our home business platform to actually do the last third strategy, which is investing. Because understanding when you are an investor, you are taxed the least. Now, everybody, I'm not a big Trump fan at all, but what Trump has figured out, he got it right. He knows how to leverage the tax code. The tax code was written for big business, not you as an employee, period. And now you ask him, okay, let's see Trump tax returns. He's not going to show you his tax returns. If he wanted to show you his tax return when you asked him the first time, he would have presented it. There's no way a multi-billionaire is going to show you what he's doing to actually not pay taxes in America. And he has the audacity to be running as a presidential candidate. Lord. Now, I'm going to tell you this. American Hustle Investments has partnered with myEcon Nove. myEcon meaning my economy. If you're too busy right now trying to figure out who the president is and thinking that you're going to get hope, is actually false hope, because what they're talking about is really nothing. What you want to do is you want to take control of your own economy, okay? Taking control of your own economy. And how do you do that? Well, I figured it out a little while ago or long ago, when I quit my job and walked away, and people thought I was nuts. I was making my employer millions of dollars in what I was doing for them. And my thing is, if I can do it for them, I can do it for myself. Because I have a saying, your money is going to make someone wealthy. Why not it be you? Point blank, period. Okay? I understand how to leverage my money by income shifting. I understand the most important thing that you get out of life is your time. And I might say something right now that might hurt a little bit, but I saw a Facebook post and I had to share it on my timeline. And it said, my grandfather told me that a wealthy person will pay you as an employee so you don't have to pay yourself. Just think about that. A wealthy person will pay you as an employee so you don't have to pay yourself. Meaning what wealthy people have figured out is they know how to leverage time, because time is money. And they'll rather leverage you And you are in this program, which is called a 40-40-40 program, meaning that you work 40 hours a week for 40 years for 40% of a retirement plan or income. Now, let me tell you this. If you're working right now, 100% robbing Peter to pay Paul, what makes you think that 40% at retirement is going to have you sustain a livelihood for the remainder of your life? And come and understand, you need to have 10 times of your salary to even live somewhat remotely comfortable. Okay? So, just with that, understanding that puts you now in a position to wanting to learn income shifting. And if you do want to learn income shifting, feel free to reach out to me. I can be reached at 414-914-7066. My name is Jay Turner, founder and CEO of American Hustle Investments, and we have some core strategies that we would love to employ and teach you in understanding how to leverage, one, your personal income, to understanding how to become a business owner immediately in our business platforms, and then 3, putting yourself in a position to actually become an investor. And understanding this, and let me revert back. When you are working as an employee, you're taxed the highest. Because understand, the tax code is not written for you as an employee. It's written for business owners, okay, in big business. Now, as an employee, let's talk about some tax brackets. As an employee, you're taxed anywhere from 28 to 33%, which is the highest a person is actually taxed. When you're taxed a little bit less when you are a business owner, anywhere between 15% and 23%. And then it gets even better. You get taxed even less, 15% or less, if you're an investor. So I'm not a big, huge mathematician, and I love numbers, but if you go through those 3, where do you fall? Are you just an employee? Are you a business owner employee? Are you investing? And if you're only doing one as an employee, you will never, hear me now, you will never sustain wealth in America. Never. You will always be robbing Peter to pay Paul. And you want to ask me why or how do I know that? Because I was that individual at one point in period of time in my life until I learned the money game. It is so important for you to really understand the money game, because if you don't know the money game, again, you are falling for foolery and trickery, my friend. Now, getting back into it, because this show is definitely talking about the Duns and Bradstreet. What's your Dun number, and if you even have one? Why I explained again, the Duns number or Dun and Bradstreet is a creditor, just like Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, but it revolves around you setting up your profile as a business and earning business credit. You have what's called a payback score. Your payback score for great credit will be anywhere between 80 to 100. That's like having stellar credit as having a business. You never want your payback score to fall below a 75. Although you may be able to still get credit at a 75 payback score, you will actually have higher interest rates, and you never want to go below a 75. Rule of thumb is keep it at 80 and you're good to go. Now, regarding having a Duns and Brady number, it's a 9-digit number, no different than a Social Security number. You never use your Social Security number to personally guarantee any lines of credit when you are trying to apply for business credit. They're going to ask for it, but you tell them you're not going to give it to them. They can use your Duns and Brady number. Your Duns and Brady number should be able to support itself with respects to getting credits or business credit. So with that being stated, that's Duns and Brady, Brady Street. In respects to what's a Duns number, if you want to learn more, feel free to subscribe here to our YouTube channel, American Hustle Investments, and we're actually going to be bringing out educational content with respects to financially empowering the masses. That is pretty much my goal here in my life's mission, to really get people to understanding that if you didn't think you had a way out, you do have a way out. point blank period. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you're in that hamster wheel, you're in that rat race, and you want out, feel free to contact me. We have the mechanisms in place. 414-914-7066. If you're still on Facebook Live and you still following me, give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts. Let me know that the information that I'm giving you tonight is truly phenomenal. It's great information. You're listening, you're locked in. I know on Google Hangouts, unfortunately, you can't do that, but I am showing that I do have viewers. So I thank you for coming out tonight. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go to American Hustle Investments. Please subscribe because your support is very admirable and is very needed in regards to the information and the content that we are delivering for you. Again, it's just truly important to really understand that in America, that you have the opportunity of becoming wealthy. You have the opportunity to having a very financial and abundant life of wealth. We live in the land of opportunity, and I understand, don't get me wrong, that based on certain ethnicities and classification groups and things of that nature, that it might be a little harder for others. But again, the land of opportunity. Take your opportunity. Okay, take your opportunity because you do have that opportunity, and let us help you with your opportunity. No matter what type of business you have, let's talk. If you're looking for business credit, if you're looking for strategies to actually develop your business, develop yourself, bring more money back into your home, because the biggest thing is as an employee, you're taxed the highest, anywhere from 28 to 23 to 38%. And we want to bring an additional $200 to $500 back into your home. We're upon the holiday season. There's some things that we can actually do to assist you with actually bringing more money home throughout the duration of the year versus you thinking you got to get it at the end of the year and you need catch up for the last year. Let's stop that perpetual cycle where you're always in the catch-up game, because you're not going to catch up because inflation is always going up, but your salary or your income will never meet with inflation. Let's stop that. We can surpass to get you past inflation. Need to be helping you with your home-based business and your platforms, things of that nature. Okay. With that being stated, thank you for your time. I like to keep these shows a minimum at 30 minutes or less. And we love some comments. Feel free to let us know what type of things that you want to talk about on the shows. We're actually looking for individuals, need to be their business, giving their testimonies and things regarding the show. So if you would like to come on our show or like to speak to on our show, give me a shout out. Go to my Facebook. Go to please definitely like the American Hustle page on Facebook. American Hustle Investments page on Facebook. Inbox me. I'm Jay Turner on Facebook. And let's connect. Because again, it's about unifying and becoming a unit. And believe me, the more people that come on board and understand that we are empowering regarding financial empowerment in America, we're only going to continue to build. I'm on my new Black Wall Street kick, and I'm just going to be honest. They got it right. And unfortunately, if you've never followed the story of Black Wall Street, America, armed forces bombed on their own soil. America, African-American people. Let's just keep it 100. So we were actually starting to empower ourselves and understand about financial wealth because we were actually unifying with each other, spending our money with each other, keeping our monies within our communities, leveraging banks, things of that nature. They got it right. So why we can't get it right again? We can. So it's time to actually ratify, come together, and making sure we're putting ourselves in a position where you can actually leverage your income, pay down on some of those debts, eliminate those debts. I can go in even with respects to, the second highest crime in America is identity theft. Okay, and we have programs in place where we lock you in and you would never have to worry about somebody stealing your identity. Okay, our programs are second to none. We are really leaders in what we do here at myEcon Nove, American Hustle Investments. We have so many different strategies in helping you out. with again as respects to this show, what is your DUNS number? And your DUNS number again, and I'll just break it down. Your DUNS number is actually a number that you get on Duns and Brady, and it puts you in a position where you get a 9-digit number. It acts like a social security number, and you can actually establish yourself as a business with Duns and Brady. You want to stay at a PayDAX score, which is no different than like a FICO score, but it's called a PayDAX score on the business side, and you want to remain to stay at an 80 or above. The best PayDAX score is a 100. You can either do a personal guarantee with your personal credit, and you need to actually have a 720 or better to actually start getting the necessary loans. Need to be 50,000, 100,000, 75,000. Or you can actually do a non-personal guarantee where you definitely go to your vendors and you're asking for net 30 terms and things of that nature. And believe this, if you do it without a personal guarantee, you only need to have 5 payments throughout the duration of 3 credit scores. Need to be that's Duns and Brady Street, Experian, and TransUnion. Those are the 3 reporting bureaus for business. Okay. And we show you exactly how to do that. And then you're off to the races. Like literally, you can actually be in a position employing your business. If you're a new startup, it doesn't matter. Okay. To the point of getting your Duns and Brady and establishing yourself. Now, if you're looking for the earnest capital that's needed to start your business, let's get together. Point blank, period. Yes, I'm in real estate, but I help people with their businesses. I help people to actually bring more money back into their home. I help people to actually develop business platforms to start building capital for their business immediately. Would like to employ you, like to join our team, American Hustle Investments, myEcon Nove, please feel free to text the word wealth to 414-914-7066. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and ahimoneyteam.com. You please feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not. That's American Hustle Investments. Also, like our page, our fan page on Facebook, which is American Hustle Investments. Please feel free to send me a friend request. I'm Jay Turner on Facebook. And that's pretty much it regarding the show tonight. Again, I thank everyone who's actually came to Facebook Live and also on Google Hangouts tonight with respects to hearing the show's topic tonight. What is your DUNS number, or do you even have one? Again, it's been a pleasure. Feel free to get the subscriptions out there, because we're coming on nightly to actually give you financial empowerment and wealth strategies to put yourself in the position to beating inflation out. Okay. It said, it's been truly a pleasure and an honor tonight. Again, my name is Jay Turner, founder and CEO of American Hustle Investments. It's been a great night, everyone. Signing off.